Hold on. Let me get my little look was. Hold on. But I'm gonna put the camera
Too
back.
late, people. We are going, and Moochie's still up here trying to get everything together. What's happening, y'all? It's the homie Lamont. It's the Nita, everybody's favorite diva, Nita in the building. And ladies and gentlemen, we got your Moochie back. Shout out to J Mo. He's going to be getting in here in a little bit. Shout out to Ron. Shout out to Tressa C. Happy Monday. Shakana, Just Sheldon. What a barn burner episode 7 of BMF was. It was good. A lot of y'all seen it last week. I kind of waited because the copy I saw on YouTube, I just like, nah, I can wait. But I did make videos about predictions, and here we are. So Nita, before we get this thing cranking,
all right,
tell me how you felt about this episode.
The episode was good. Mm-hmm. It was good. I feel like it's building. It's been building. Like once it hit like episode 5, I think we've been on a good stride. What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
what's up,
I think we've been on a good stride, upward mobility. Like a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening and stuff like that. So I'm enjoying it. So.
No doubt. I got the homie Jay, good fella in the building. Big Jay, how you feeling, brother?
All right. What's up, everybody? Hey, Moochie. Coming back.
Welcome back.
What's up, y'all?
And y'all's favorite,
as always.
Yeah, y'all's favorite Moochie.
With the time, though, I'm trying to get there, y'all.
Well, it's all good, Moochie. While you still getting together, Jay, give us your synopsis of how this episode went down. How did you like the episode?
Oh man, it was great. I mean, I know we say it every week, but every week it get better, and this was one of the best episodes. So I know it was kind of weird having it released, then taken away, then put back. Just let it stay, and then put the week off this week. Why put it?
What was that all about?
Yeah, that you messed up. Too many people saw it. They should have left it, but. Anyway, with that being said, Lamar, he had a big old cigar put out on his shoulder or whatever. Looked like somebody used him for an ashtray up in that piece. But he falling apart in more ways than one. And it's looking pretty good. Meech, I ain't gonna get into it too much, but it was a good episode. We'll get into it a little later.
Definitely. And Moochella, your overall thoughts about the episode?
All right. This was a good episode. Mm-hmm. One of my predictions came out. Lamar got hit with them hot ones, y'all.
At least one.
He got hit with a hot one.
Yep.
That his ass did. He got hit with a hot one. And let me just show pure respect to my audience. Thank you for turning out. It's right now. We've got 75 of y'all in the building. Please give us 75 likes. Shout out to Danny Girl. Shout out to Barika. Shout out to Tim, my homie Tim, who just follows everybody on this panel, shows support, likes their videos, leave comment. He is the ultimate YouTube subscriber, and we're grateful to have you, my brother. So is everybody else that's up here. Tomorrow, I will be. Some of y'all been following me for Hightown, and y'all think I'm going to be using hyperbole when I say this. The absolute best episode of TV that has came on for an hour this month was Hightown's episode last night.
Yes,
that thing was a blaze. And ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow on my channel, one-on-one, I will have the big homie Acito in an interview at 8 p.m. And one of your favorite subscribers of mine is going to pop in and ask a couple of questions. And if you want to know who that subscriber is, you're going to have to tune in and see who it is that's going to be asking these questions. Yeah. Y'all ready to talk this BMF?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. I'm coming to you first, Moochie, since you just getting back over your jet lag and everything, the Germany jet lag. We're going to go with you first. Now, you guys can go anywhere you want to go in terms of giving your explanation, because I'm only going to be here at 10 o'clock tonight. So we're just going to be all over the place. We've all seen it. Audience has seen it. We're going to go one place here and there. So, Moochie, I'm going to just take you. I'm going to start you right here, Moochie. since you called this, Superman went down, Moochie. He's up here cutting up people's houses that he want to go and attack. In here getting right. And did y'all catch that box that had the missing girl on it? You see the duct tape that he put all in his bag, his gun. He's up here burning up people's houses in a bowl, eating some damn cereal. And Moochie, as he's eating the cereal, getting ready to go, old Tiny shows up to get that ass. Moochie, talk about this scene when Lamar got hit. This was your prediction.
Turn off the lights.
Lamar got everybody thinking they can sing now.
Yo, he's
bringing the old school back.
Right. That's all you got to say, Moochie? You don't got no.
Look, listen, his aim was better than Marvin.
Hello.
But they ain't get him. Okay?
Damn.
His aim was better than Marvin.
Damn.
Hello.
Kato, be more careful. J-Mo, jump in there, man. What you think about? Now, I'm going to tell you, J-Mo, I was a little nervous, though. There was a part of this scene that had me nervous. When they started going down the steps looking for him, I'm thinking to myself,
yeah,
do you know this dude crazy?
Right. I thought somebody was going to catch a little, double whammy around the corner.
Bro,
But they had Lamar up in there burning pictures, doing a little voodoo up in there.
I know.
They had the candles lit, making a prayer. Your house gonna burn like this picture. And you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he walked out and then got caught with one in the shoulder. Next thing you know, he was doing a little shoulder lay. He had to lean back up in that house right quick, you know what I'm saying? And hit the floor. And it was almost curtains for him, but he is a good villain, so they made him stay. But he disappeared like Chucky up in that piece. Where the hell is his ass go that fast? You know what I mean?
I was thinking the same thing.
Right. They had Biggie and Tiny up in there looking for him. I don't know which one is which, but they that we in here, and somehow they can't find him. It ain't take that long to come up in there.
Right.
I think he in that black car.
Right. He over here dripping. They tried to follow the drip, but you know what I'm saying? Didn't know where the hell he didn't went. What he had a damn trap door up in there, was a pirate ship up in this piece.
And they didn't check the closet either.
Right.
Dude must went out the bathroom window the same way he got in Monique's house. Must be how he escaped his own damn place, because he disappeared.
That was crazy.
The blood drip disappeared because they showed the blood drip. Then all of a sudden, the blood drip was gone. It's like, whoa, wait, this dude is the Black Superman. Right. Nita the Diva, what did you think about this scene? They came and got Lamar.
Yeah, it was going according to plan. And then the thing about this show is that they've been subverting all of my, I think it's going to go one way and then it goes another way. Like, it's been doing a lot of that. And with this, because Lamar was ready. Did you see how he was packing that bag up?
Look at it.
He had zip ties. Okay, if you got zip ties, why you need the rope? I guess he
thought about the time. Moochie,
Right.
I was like, dude, you got zip tie. What the hell you need with the duct tape?
Exactly. Zip ties, the rope, all tape. He was thinking he gonna get rope up the whole family.
Hey, maybe stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
The duct tape was for people's mouth. That's what the duct tape was for.
Right.
He was gonna put duct tape over your mouth so that you couldn't talk. That's what he was gonna do with duct tape.
He was gonna use that rope to hang him high.
While we were in there, I thought that he was gonna fire back. I thought he was gonna fight back or whatever, but he just kind of disappeared, I don't know, like the Flash. I was like, what the hell? I did not see it playing out like that. I swear I thought I saw him fighting back, or because he had his pieces. He was ready too. So I was surprised about that. But you know what? I didn't know he got hit. I think it was kind of unclear. We know that the glass and everything had kind of did that, but we didn't know if he got hit or not. So, well, at least I didn't know. So I thought he was going to be popping. I thought they was going to get popped for real, because I thought he was going to really fight back. That was my thing. But I like the way it started out. They needed to apply pressure. Meech he kept his hands off, kept his hands clean, and let Tiny do the work, but it ain't even work out like that. I'm like,
well, Nita, I'm gonna stick with you because this is one me and you had a debate about. My perspective is when you first meet a dude or a woman and you sense crazy with your spider senses, cut their ass off immediately. Because this is what happened with Monique and Lamar. Lamar thought that he still had such a hold on this woman, he could just slide into her damn house. Now, here she is getting home. She don't know that she's got something worse than mold in her bathroom toilet. She's got something worse than plumbing issues in her bathroom. And this old Detroit diesel goes to the bathroom. She sees Lamar. Lamar's trying to basically make a plea with her. She's like, hell no, I'm calling the police. He grabs her and beats the snot out of her and probably would have killed her if it wasn't for the little daughter coming in there looking at him like, no, you didn't. Take it away, Nita. This is that crazy I want you people to avoid. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's that crazy, but at the same time, she was getting rah-rah with him. At this point, he was already in her house. Like, she couldn't even put up a barrier against him. He broke into her house. And so the thing that she messed up with was hitting him in his womb. She hit him in the womb first. And then that just kind of like sent him like, well, I mean, we know he ain't too far from it ever. He always can go there. But
so do you feel like if she wouldn't have hit him, do you feel like if she wouldn't have hit him, she might could have made it out and got to the police or got out the house?
I don't know, because she kept on threatening him. She kept on saying she's gonna call the police. She's gonna call the police. And I really don't think that was the smartest. But the thing is that it was out of her control because he was already in her house. Like, she tries to put a barrier up there, like what she tried last time with the screen door. But this one, I was just like, ooh, girl, he might got you. But yeah, I'm so glad that daughter was there, because for some reason she's always able to snap him out of it real quick or whatever. But yeah, definitely, like I said that letter shouldn't have got to her. That was my stance. But then at the same time, when you're dealing with crazy, yeah, you should let crazy be crazy over there.
Yeah, she shouldn't have failed. She shouldn't have failed for that letter. She should not have failed for that letter.
That was my take.
Yep, she should have let it be. J-Mo, jump on in there, brother. How'd you feel about this, man? I when she got ready to go in that bathroom, my head went just like this. I was like,
right. You say she got something in there worse than mold. That was that little turd that don't flush, just keeps swirling around.
You ain't lying, bro.
She had a float up and that boy came up stinking.
You ain't lying.
But, you know what I mean? She should have played along. She keep talking all the time, like I done said before, about calling the police. Never do it. You don't keep threatening somebody. And even after he beat her, she still didn't call the police. But what she should have did is when he came talking about, I need some help, give me a little time, she should have been like, all right, I got you. Just stay here. Close the door. Then went and called the police on his ass. And then, you know what I mean, gave him something to drink, kept him calm and all relaxed. And then next thing you know, them boys show up and took his ass up out of there.
Right.
She kept on threatening to call the police. She didn't even call after he didn't win all haymaker Mike Tyson on her ass. She should have called in, but she called Meech of all people. Like, why you messy? Why you keep bringing these two against each other and staying in the middle of this stuff? Like, you kind of, in a way, bringing drama on you. Not that she deserved or brought that on her to get beat, but you staying in the middle of this stuff. Like, you need to, like, really get out of that. Call the cops on them. You know what I mean? You keep playing these two against each other, and you wonder why you in the middle of some mess. So, and like Nita said, that damn little letter written on toilet paper should have never worked in the first place.
Jump on in there, Moochie, and like J-Mo said, do you feel like she should have called the police or Meech? Because I feel like she called Meech because she wanted street justice at this point. She didn't want him to just get, she wanted another bullet to go in him, I feel like, which is why she called Meech. So what do you think was her main motivation for calling Meech instead of going to the police?
Because you know why? The police was called before he finessed getting out of going to jail and went to the nut house. So
Okay.
why call them? Because you know he not gonna go to jail.
Mm.
He just gonna act like he crazy. But to me, it's like when he see anger, when he get anger, he black out. When he get angry, he blacks out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of them blackout moments until the little girl was like, "Mommy," and then it was like you seen his face, like he couldn't believe. Oh, she seen me like this,
Tick,
Right.
tick, boom.
and he really don't want to look like that to her because I'm sure she's heard stories about him, but now she's seen it herself.
Mm-hmm.
So now in her eyes, he even looked bad because even though Meech kidnapped her, he didn't hurt her. He didn't hurt her, didn't threaten her. It didn't feel like she was being held there against her will.
Right.
That's
Not
true,
to-
but
not to
he got
her.
everything he needed.
I'm
in
saying
time.
not to her.
Yeah, not to
Right.
her.
But he got what he needed in time. What if it
Exactly,
took
without
longer?
hurting her.
Then
And
what would he
I
have
don't
done?
think he had any intentions on hurting her. He just said that because
Right.
he knew that was Lamar's vice. Like that's his kryptonite.
I think Meech might have did something to that girl if it would have took longer than a day. If it would have took 2-3 days, what he gonna say? Forget it. Never mind. I tried, man. It didn't work. Here you go. He was desperate. He couldn't have did. Then he really would have looked weak. You know, that was a desperation card. And I agree with you said about she wanted the street justice. But what if Meech got killed or she got somebody else killed? You know what I mean? Now you putting other people, you know, and getting people killed, putting people alive in danger and stuff. And yeah, she ain't in. She should have called the cops, like you said. He may have got off, but at the same time, he got a record now. So it's not like he a first offender.
Right.
And that's domestic abuse. She bloody nose. She didn't wipe her nose so that she could, you know, make Meech upset and want to do something. She could have had that same energy for the cops. They would have saw not only do you have a prior, you know, record of going, you know, to jail or crazy house or whatever, but now you have, you know, a record now of domestic violence. And of course, it wasn't the same laws that apply today with domestic, but still, you know, you got a violent behavior, assault charges. And so I just think, you know, I mean, I get what she was doing, but at the same time, it made they, like we saw, they couldn't find him. Now, what if he ended up coming back and shooting her or doing something to her for doing that? You know, either way, she could have got in trouble because if she called the cops, he could have got mad and tried to do something for that too. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. I just think she in a bad situation. You know, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I don't think she was making it better.
You know. Super chatters. I got something for you. Will Lawrence, Buzz 703. And the last one we just got right here from Beverly. And then we just got one from the big homie, Eric. After Monique dissed Meech on the porch, when she called, he should have said, nope, call the cops. Okay. I guess you
I
can
ain't
say
seen
that.
Eric Iverson in a minute.
He stay up here. This is all for my super chatters. Enjoy.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, baby, let me tell you something. If a whore ain't paying y'all bills, that's the last thing y'all should be worried about.
That's who they need to send after Lamar. That's who they need to send. To
Lamar probably know him already for when he was locked up.
Probably do. Let's see here. Moochie, it's your turn to finally go first. I'm gonna take you to the end of the story. I'm take you to this conversation that was going on. Let me make sure I got the right clip right here. Coach calls up meets up with Meech. Basically, in essence, to say, I need some info on who took out my partner. Whether you give me information or not, I'm going to pin it on you. I'm still the biggest dog in this yard. Don't think you too grown. Moochie, how did you interpret this scene, and where do you think Coach Kopp is trying to go? I don't need to show y'all the sausages. Let me get out of that. Let me get back up here. Where we going with this, Moochie?
I think with this whole thing, is he gonna give up Kato? but he doesn't know what's going on with Kato yet. Because
Nope.
basically she offed him. She's the one that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So is he gonna give her up once in the next episode? Because we already saw the trailer what's gonna go down. If anybody saw your breakdown, we got a gist of what may or may not happen.
Mm-hmm.
So and I feel like eventually Meech is gonna have to get his hands dirty.
Mm. Okay. I
and
see
and
that.
that's where I was with where I am with that. I feel like eventually he's been staying away from putting his hands in anything as far as actually pulling the trigger. But I think he's gonna have to get his hands dirty.
Now he was about to get them hands dirty this last episode when
Right.
him and B Mickey took off
Mm-hmm.
and went looking for Lamar. He was ready to get them
Who
hands
pulled
dirty
the
then.
shot? Who shot the shot?
B
It had to be
what
B Mickey
B
because
Mickey.
he too trigger happy. So
Yeah,
okay,
Beach
I was
blocked
wondering.
it.
Yeah. Jump on in there, Nita. What do you think is gonna go down with Coach Cop and Meech?
Oh man, this was tense to me. I was just like, oh boy, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I still think in order for them to work together for the better good, Meech is gonna have to think. He's a thinker. So he's gonna have to think. He's gonna have to, like, when he gets the information about Kato from B Mickey and they try to devise some kind of plan or something, they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to be a couple of steps ahead and come to Coach Cop and try to, like, broker some kind of something. And because I don't think he wants to get his hands dirty, I don't think he's going to kill Lamar. I think jail or the cuckoo house or whatever is going to be the outcome for that, because I still don't see, because of the way they were raised,
Nita,
that
the
I
cuckoo
just
house.
they don't have it in them right
Yeah,
now.
I could see him setting him up.
Nita,
He
the
end
One
up
cuckoo
doing
flew
house.
over
it.
the cuckoo nest.
That's what we still call it, the 1960 the cuckoo house.
I don't think he's gonna go to the house.
Yeah, and I think Monique is gonna play a part in it, because somebody
Really?
threw that out last week, and I said that's genius. That's genius right there.
Okay.
And
J
she's
Mo.
gonna have to
Oh,
be
I'm sorry.
calm, and she's gonna have to play it right. And if she don't play it right, it might be her last episode. She might be collateral damage, but I think that
Well,
might be the way to go.
I don't know if she's telling the truth or not, and then I'm gonna come to you, Jay.
Yeah,
But
said
she
on the
went on
Instagram.
IG and said
that was her last episode.
night was her last episode, and we still don't know who the baby daddy is of her kid to this day.
Why would last night be her last episode? Ain't nothing happened to her.
Exactly. They're not gonna.
Man.
They're gonna move on with other parts of their life, because remember, this is, they doing like they do in comics. They're taking source material, then they remixing it, adding their own stuff to it. So maybe they just done with the use of her character.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
she'll
for this
pack up and
season.
leave because she's so scared. You know what I'm saying? She don't know how it's gonna go.
Or maybe she just meant for this season, not period.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
so.
I could see that. I could see
Yeah.
that, Jay.
Yeah. So
maybe
Jay,
that's-
what do you think about Coach Cop and the meetup, and where these two gonna part ways at?
Man, this seemed so real to me in the sense that it shows how people take you for granted when they get too used to you and get too comfortable. And Coach Cop had to check Meech, because Meech then took it for granted. Dude, I'm a police officer. I'm a cop. I'm a grown man. You a drug dealer and a kid. You need to come to me correct. Yeah, we worked together and you gave me a little money, but at the end of the day, I could take your life right now. I could say that you tried to kill me and I'm a cop. My story gonna override. For one, you ain't gonna have it. You'll be dead. So my story is gonna supersede whatever the hell you talking about. You don't run shit, just so, like, and this goes in life period. Sometimes you be nice and help people out. Next thing you know, they think they was the one helping you out or something. No, that ain't how it went. You got used to me doing this or that, or you think that's how it's supposed to be. No, I was being nice and helping you. At the end of the day, I don't have to do this. It's a lot of times people sometimes forget how the relationship actually is, because they get too comfortable and they forget and not be appreciative. And like he said, you need to come and help me with this. Meech talking about I can't help you, this, that, and the other. When you need to act like you was gonna help is what he should have did. He should have been like, hey, I don't know who did that, but I'll look into it and I'm gonna try to look out for you, man. Sorry about your partner. And then maybe drove off and didn't do shit. But you don't come talking about I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, I can't help you. Hey, I got stuff on you too. Man, who the hell are you talking to? You know
that's the same way he went wrong with Pat.
Exactly. And it seems that a lot of people do that same thing with Cash Doll Monique and what she was saying to him, to Lamar. Like, you are forgetting this dude ain't got it all. Stop threatening this dude with the cops and putting him in jail, and you know what I'm saying, hitting him in his little cigar wound. You know what I mean? Like, you have to always be aware of the dynamic in a relationship. You know, a lot of times people forget that, you know, take it for granted and then say stupid stuff or do stupid stuff and then want to be mad or act shocked when somebody got to remind you or check you or put you back in your place. And so, you know, Meech kind of looked a little shocked a little bit that he had to tell him, dude, I could take your life. I could either put you in jail right now or kill you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? You need to chill. Like he said, I got stuff on you. What the hell make you think you gonna get a chance to use it? You will be dead right here where you stand right now. You know what I mean? And Meech had to shut up for a second because it's like, dude, you didn't got used to me. You thinking I'm Coach Copper? Hey, I ain't just Coach Copper. You know what I mean? I'm Copper. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So you should be thankful that I ever worked with you. And you need to always respect that dynamic. You know?
Shout out to Barika coming through with the $5 super chat. Very, very grateful. J-Mo, while we on you, I'm going to take you somewhere else.
Let's go.
I crack myself up sometimes. All right, done showed the picture. All right, done showed the pictures. Let me put it back up here. Kato cooking sausages and shit because Lamar done left the crib. B. Mickey comes in, grabs this gun that Lamar done put his fingerprints on. I told y'all this gun was going to come back. I told y'all this is the gun. I told you. But anyway, he wants to know why in the hell Lamar leaving my place. And I want to know where in the hell did Kato's breast shrink to when this gun got in her face? Because earlier in this episode, when she was about to get it in with him, she had some nice full ones, and now all of a sudden they gone. So J-Mo.
I just said that.
So J-Mo, she was able to finagle and finesse B. Mickey into some kind of a lie that they're going to be Bonnie and Clyde, and they're going to take down Lamar. What? Speak on it, J-Mo. Drop some knowledge on the people.
I mean, you know, they kind of had to do a little subliminal message there with the sausage. You know, she know how to marinate some sausage, and that's you know what I mean. That she know how to marinate sausage properly because that's what saved her ass. You know what I mean? That she just marinated his little sausage and had his little sausage smothered in tube, what happened? And you know what I'm saying? With the tighty whities, he had smothered sausage and tighty whities or whatever, and you know what I mean. Now she got it, you know, on the grill. And as far as her little tickle bitties, man, you know, hey man, ladies, they wear a brassiere, man. When you take that brassiere off, they fall back into the left. You know what I mean? Like JF back into the left. They bloop bloop. It's all right. They still good. They there. They relaxed right now. They ain't on point. So you know, she ain't lose them. They just chilling and leaning to the side.
I thought that when
a little
that
young
gun
for that, but it's all right. I like a little lean.
That gun came out, I was like, man, damn, everything started to run. The gun come out.
It made it deflate.
Yep,
like
jump
it
in
was
there,
a
movie.
Lamar.
Took the air out the things.
Take it away, Moochie. What'd you think about this scene? And Do you believe B Mickey is really down with this scheme or he's acting?
I think I think he's I think he's open,
I
but
think
he's
so too.
still looking at her sideways.
Yeah.
I think he's open because she put the cookies on him, and
Uh-huh.
but he's still looking at her sideways. Like, you had this dude in my house.
In my
Right.
house.
Funny you said cookies because she was Cookie Lion in Empire, the young Cookie Lion.
Yep.
Was she?
Yeah, you remember?
I know
Yeah.
she played in Acrimony. She was the young Taraji in Acrimony, but
Okay, so she had 2 roles playing young
And
Taraji.
she got a new movie coming out where she's gonna star as Rihanna because she looked just like her.
She do.
Oh yes.
She kind of looked like Rihanna a little bit.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the
They
face.
can put the contacts on her eyes
Minus
or something.
I mean, her forehead ain't that big, but
Need a jump on in there, man. Y'all, boy.
That was the first thing I said, Lamar. I said, where the hell did her titties go? She was sitting up there looking like a straight up dude. I was like, what?
I was like, whoa.
That was fear.
I was like, hold up. I'm like, does she got a body double? She looked like she got
body
guns.
double.
I was like, what?
I had to look
she has
twice
a body
too, man.
double.
I had to look twice too. I was like, whoa, wait
Show a
minute,
picture
man.
with the things on point, man. Let me look.
Right.
Where is
Because
that
they was
picture
on
at?
point earlier.
Yeah, they
So
was
that-
on point.
She had that nice, pretty pink bra on.
Yep.
And them
It
joints
looked
was
big.
popping.
And she had on a Victoria's Secret. I don't have that clip neither.
They probably was pushed up where they was judged up. Like,
Oh yeah.
How they was doing it?
Right.
How they do it, Moochie? Take that picture down. I see that.
Push them out.
How they do it? How they do it? Let me see. There. Oh shit!
Boy.
Movie magic.
Yeah, are y'all happy y'all got y'all Moochella back? Y'all put them hammers up for Mooch. Y'all know she like them hammers. Put them hammers up. For the Mooch.
But things did get deflated when she saw Lamar. Like, Lamar.
Right. That's
Right.
probably where they went. They probably was running. Her body ain't catch up. Her titties was gone though.
I didn't know they had performed
that,
like a movie.
I was trying to figure out how the hell, like, was he following her? Like, how did he know her exact location? How did he break in? It was just kind of a little weird how it played out. And then, like I said, this episode was a lot of subversion because I knew Lamar was going to kill B Mickey. I kept saying, I said he left his piece. They made sure they showed the piece on the thing. I said, oh my God, he is going to kill him because he ain't got no weapon to fight back.
Right.
So that was a clue that kind of gave me like some kind of foreshadowing that something was going to happen to B Mickey. So all the while I'm thinking it's going to happen to B Mickey because like I said, I didn't know Lamar knew that Kato was there. One, where he lived at. Two, like it just didn't make any sense for me to think another way. But all I was thinking is that when B Mickey left out, he left that gun. I was like, oh shit. I was like,
my question is this: did he take the gun with him?
No.
B Mickey?
Because I was gonna say if he took the
Lamar
gun with him,
picked
it's
up
a
the
wrap.
gun when he was in
He
the
was
room.
charged with that other murder.
Oh, they're gonna spin that anyway.
I know they're gonna spin it like that, but if he would have took the gun, that would have been perfect. Because he would have been caught red-handed.
They still can plant the gun on him.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna go with the setup for next episode.
Right.
And like I said, if they think about it and they don't try to do nothing stupid, Kato and B Mickey, they have to play this right. They cannot mess this up. They cannot think that they're gonna try to get away or try to get together and do something and all that love, whatever. Y'all better get together with me. Let them know the information that you got, and let me try to do the thinking and set this thing up right using Coach Cop and getting this stuff all together and wrapped up like that. So they got all the pieces. They just got to put it together. They have all the pieces to get Lamar taken care of. So
yeah, because like I said on my channel the other day, man, the longer he take and telling Meech, then it's gonna look like he knew the whole time
And
and
he
was
was
working
with
with her.
Right.
And you know, your ass gonna get killed. You know, messing
Mhm.
around with her too. So
Boy,
Meech already told you leave her alone. You want to get one more hit for the road. You
he
know what I mean?
did.
He didn't have
He
breakfast.
did. He
Yeah.
did, man. Y'all, you know, y'all are horrible. I got people in here saying, who needs Tom Brady for Deflategate when you got Cato?
Deflate
That
gate. That's a good one.
Deflategate, boy. All right, Nita, I'm back on you. You get the first bite at this apple. Oh boy, my boy Darius Obama, he's dead. And in this funeral, you had his mother come at Nikki, which the police dropped the ball partly in that situation. But she came at Nikki saying the police said, you know, the complete truth. And then she called out Terry and she called out Mama Flannery and said, your boy selling drugs. My boy wouldn't be dead had it not been for your boy. She has a point, Nita, but what did
Yeah.
you think?
She didn't. She didn't say nothing but facts to me.
Yep.
The only thing is that I didn't think she emoted the emotion well enough for me.
As an actress,
Yes, like I don't know whether or not she was going for the angry mom, but I thought she would be the more sad, broken up mom. So I didn't know whether or not it was a direction or acting standpoint or how this was
She
going.
was calm.
Yeah, she was
She
so
wanted to come
stoic
across as being
face.
angry.
She hit it for me
Because-
because it felt like she was trying to do both. It felt like she was trying to portray anger, distraught, with a little level of calm, all at the same time.
Yeah.
And so that
Yeah.
created this stone face with her, like, you know, because they could have took it where she was going over the top trying to fight, but they ain't do that because it could let her get involved in her emotions. Like they could have had it where she was so distraught that she didn't even want to look at them, just get them out of my sight. But I think they found a mix for her. That was my perception.
Okay, yeah, it was just questionable a little bit. I was just like, oh, okay, like, you know, what we doing here? What we emoting? What are we doing? But she spoke no. She didn't speak anything wrong. I was surprised that she was actually able to do it. But see, the thing was, and I think that's where the anger came in and where she was so stoic because the gall, like, it's the audacity for me that you can come up to me and you know that your family is behind this some kind of way. Like, we don't know the whole story, but we know that something is amiss. And you know, that would have got me upset, and that's where I would have been like, you know, tapping into the anger and the calm face. Like, don't mess with me. Don't play me like that. Don't play in my face. Don't do none of that. So I think that's what that probably was. But she didn't say anything wrong. And
Nope.
you know, that mom, she's so problematic to me. Like, this episode, I was so upset because I still don't feel like she ate any of that humble pie that I told her to have 3 episodes ago. And this episode, she kind of feel like she doubled down in some kind of, when she was talking to T's baby mama. I did not like that. I was just like,
I didn't like it either.
What?
I ain't like it either. We about to go there next because that bothered me some kind of way last night. I was like,
this, I feel like she
was a hypocrite.
She's still in denial with her kids.
She on that river.
Your kids is bad.
Yeah. She still think they can save T as if T is just like following Ted. Like this dude making his own decisions.
Yeah.
And then try to bring that girl into it, talking about putting her in the middle of it.
She was
if he ain't listening to you and you his mama, why you putting her into that?
Yeah, for what? It was this conversation right here. It made me so mad. I had to dig up pictures of her on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when she was conning Will. Will was conning her out of all that jewelry. I was so mad. I was like, lady, stop trying to take your failure and protrude them on this woman who she's suffering herself. The baby mama is suffering already because she's already had this discussion with T.
Yeah.
T already basically told her, if you make me pick between you and the street, I'm picking the street. So I'm sure she's already been wrestling with this dude is getting into some mess. I need to make a decision about what I want to do. And now the mom is putting another level of pressure on the person who is the mother of her grandchild. Like, what does she think that? What do she think this girl's gonna be able to do that
Right.
she can't do?
Right. She was projecting.
Right.
He was
Right.
kind of like trying to take the blame off of her and it kind of put it on somebody else. I was like, girl,
When at this point,
daddy.
Nita, she need to do what the daddy said. We need to leave town, take our daughter, and start this family somewhere else. That's what they
Right.
need to really be doing. But
Right.
That's
she's
what I didn't
she's
understand.
still
Like,
trying to
why
save.
you didn't leave the house when he left?
If
Yeah.
he left, we'll see. We'll see where it go. Jump in there, J Mo, anywhere you want to go. But before you do, let me just remind the people: tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m., I will have in the building Aceto from Hightown. He's going to break down his career. He's going to talk about his character on this show of season 2, and he's going to let us know a little insight on where they might be going in the next season. Don't want to miss this interview. To be me and him, and one of your favorite people in my family is going to hop up here and ask him some questions too, especially when he was up there talking about his third leg needs some action. And we ain't, yeah. So, J Mo, jump in there, man. How do you feel about the mom and what went on at the funeral?
I mean, at the first thing is, even though she was right on what she was saying about maybe it should be one of her kids dead and Urkel Obama should be alive, you ain't about to come with that energy and cuss me and my kid out, and you know what I mean, and like that. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I feel sorry for your loss, but this ain't the place. I ain't about to have you all in my kid face telling all this talk, calling her a liar, and we about to keep it moving. We ain't about to stand there and hear all that. Even
So
though
did you get happy? Did you see how the daddy stepped up this time? Daddy jumped up. They was trying to get in a little girl face. Daddy poked his chest out this time. Now I know y'all
he was
had
late as always, late with the bills, late with the rent, late with the defense, late on every damn thing, man. What the hell he was waiting on? Like, man, as soon as she just started saying, asking her questions
I'm
about it,
surprised
before she
Terry
even
didn't
called
say
her a liar,
anything.
I'd have been like, hey, look, this ain't the place for that right now. Like, what the hell? We here trying to mourn for your loss, sorry for your loss. This standing in front of this church, you ain't about to start grilling her about what the damn happened to the police, this, that, and the other. What? You know,
Right.
stop. It's over. Let's move. You know what I mean? And keep it moving, you know. And they stood there and let her grill them in front of everybody, called my kid a liar, this, that, and the other. Hey, you trying to defend your kid? I'm gonna have to defend my kid. You know, and you know, I feel bad because you know she was right, but at the same time, as a parent, you ain't about to just dog my kid out like that. My kid in tears and this and that and all that. Like, man, and I just paid for this funeral. If you so mad, give me my money back. You know,
Right.
you
She
know,
sure used it, didn't she?
she
Mhm.
did. She
Well,
sure used it.
7,000 of it.
You know, and that's more than 7,000 was like damn near 25, 30,000 in today's money. So yeah, they drug dealer this or that. Well, why don't you with your you know, square self pay for their own funeral? You know, but
I'm sure she looking at it like, man, this is the least I can take from y'all. I mean,
But you
hell,
know what?
my child
Lamont,
is dead.
the thing is that I think if the mother had not said nothing to her, she would have went on about her business. I
that's
think
true.
that is what started that whole thing.
This
Who
is
would have
true.
went about their business?
The mom, because
Which
you
one?
remember
Which?
Urkel Obama mama.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
she was going and she was walking to the limousine, and then
Oh,
the
okay,
mother
okay.
came up and
Right,
said something.
right.
So that that's why I said I didn't really fault it on her. I put it on the mom, Meech mom, because she started it. She should
Yeah. That's
you know,
true.
Yeah,
pay your
they kept
respect,
wanting to be in her
show your
face.
face.
That's true.
Everybody that gave y'all the look of disgust. Everybody
Right,
looking at
right.
y'all. We saw you. You
So
didn't
she
have to
poked the
say
bear.
nothing to
So
me.
what you're saying is she
For
poked the
real.
bear.
And I would have told Terry, don't stay here for the whole thing. You can come sign the book. You know what I mean? To get your ass up out of here.
Well,
Like,
one thing
you
I
ain't gonna
had
do nothing but
said,
make things worse.
one thing I had said was how many crime bosses literally show up to a funeral?
Right.
They
And
lose
sat the
soldiers.
whole time.
Right. They lose soldiers all the time. You see Meech ain't show up. And usually a funeral is a place where their adversaries is looking to find them to take them out. crime bosses usually don't go to no funerals now. So
Well,
Right.
I mean, we thought that with look what happened to Lulu, not Lulu,
The
in
girl in Snowfall.
yeah,
yeah.
she went to the funeral and she didn't want to go.
Right.
And you know that they notorious for drive-bys,
Yeah.
but she
But you
Right.
went
know what?
anyway.
I think because T kind of still carries himself like a child, like he's a part of the family. He was just going like he was a part of the family. I don't know what other reason why he would have went,
I
but I
think he was
mean,
going to
they
truly
want
pay
me
his
to believe
respects,
that
though.
this 25-year-old man is a 15-year-old boy. Like, first of all, I can't even get that in my mind, but the way it seemed like he just came because he was a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? He was a kid and he just came to the funeral because he was a part of the family.
Right.
Because otherwise, I didn't see a reason why he went either.
And I
I
see
didn't either.
Victoria King said we got to understand she grief stricken, looking for someone to blame. I can relate. I understand, and I get it. I know she grief stricken and looking, but you ain't about to do that as a parent. I got to protect mine too. You know, she a parent. She lost hers. She trying to do what she can for hers. I get it. And everything she said, she was 100% right.
She was.
You know, but
She
at the
was
same
right.
time, yeah, she was right on every single thing. And even they knew it. Even the parents knew it then that the daughter was lying, that Terry and Meech ain't really up to no good, and this little boy ain't did nothing to nobody, and all this, that, and the other. But at the same time, you ain't about to chew out my little girl right here on the porch. She can't defend herself. She in tears, hurt. She was traumatized. She was there and saw it happen. She got to live with that the rest of her life. Who knows what that may make her go through with growing up.
Yeah,
And,
but you still got to consider that parent. She's got to live without her kid because of these people's children. And
that's true.
secondly, she got the bear poked by the mama. Now,
Right,
if
but
she
you
would
got
have
to
just
keep in mind,
if she
as a
would have just
parent,
ran up on them willy nilly, which is kind
that's
of
true. She
because
shouldn't
in
have
my
did that. But
perception,
as a parent, you
I thought
supposed to
she
be
just ran
making
up on her.
sure.
Hold on, Jay.
I ain't
I
hear
thought
you.
she just
Your
ran
mic
up
is
on
low.
her.
I can barely hear you. My bad.
I thought she just ran up on her. Like I forgot what Nita said. I thought she just ran up, kind of just waited for her to come out the church, and then just went in on her and Nikki. I forgot that the mama went and grabbed her to say, "Hey, yada yada yada," and that's when the lady went into it.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, as a parent, and like you got a daughter, I got a son. Like when my son go places, I need to talk to those parents, especially at that age. If I was that mom, I wouldn't have let Urkel Obama go into drug dealers. She knew they was drug dealers. You're not going to be with that girl. You're not going to their house. So she dropped the ball and allowing your child to go there. As your daughter getting older, you're gonna let her start going over drug dealers' house and try to date them. And
Well,
then if something happens, you're gonna be like,
here's the problem with that.
Okay.
Here's the problem with that. Some of those kids was old enough that if they're gonna do some sneaky mess, they're gonna do it anyway. Look how they snuck away from the bodyguard.
That was the downfall of everything.
That's legitimately how in that situation, not the grand situation, but that moment, how he got killed in the first place because they snuck away from the bodyguard. So I mean,
coming home from school, you can't control what your kids are doing coming home from school. You're trusting that they coming home from school, not hanging out with some drug dealers.
Right. We don't know the whole story, but like she could have been picking him up from school herself. You know, it ain't like he grown and this and that. Like I say, we don't know all of that. So I don't know what hours she worked and she had to do all of this and that. So we don't know. And we only saw her just now. So I don't want to make too many assumptions. But, you know, we don't know what she could have or couldn't have done to prevent that. But I know that if my child,
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say because I know too many people who let their middle school age kids walk home. Is just what it is. They come home and you trust them to come home. And I'm not going to pick up my kid if he's in walking distance from the school. So I'm not going to be on my kid like that if that's what the routine is. And he took it upon himself to deviate and do something, walk her home or do something else. So, you know, a lot of times, like,
But I'm like my growing up experience. I used to walk home and go take the bus and stuff. But in my same class, I have a friend of mine. Dad used to pick him up on the city bus. He didn't even have a car. His daddy we would laugh and make jokes, but his daddy rode the damn regular CTA Chicago Transit Authority bus to pick him up in high school. So he did it in grade school and high school. Rode the city bus to pick him up, and they got on the city bus back together and went back home to make sure he stayed out of trouble. It's some people who parents had a car and picked them up, and some people who parents, we just went and did what we did. And some people got in more trouble than others. You know, that dude didn't get into no trouble. Now, when he went away to college, that was a different story. But who knows? Maybe he could have got killed or anything could have happened in between there. I mean, you know, so it's different people. It's no set way to parent. You know what I mean? Some people give their kids more freedom, some people don't. Some people feel they need to do certain things, some people feel they don't. You know, some people trust their kids and
it depends on the maturity of the child too.
It depends.
Because for me, I wouldn't do it. I have to pick my child up. So
with me, I couldn't do that.
Right.
I wouldn't have did that.
My son was a latchkey kid. He used to come home, and I used to call him when I got to the end of the line.
Right.
So I couldn't do all of that.
Yeah. And for me, because my son, his maturity level and he's on the spectrum, I have to go and pick him up and take him. Like I was in a situation where I almost got hit by a car because he's running out in the middle of the street, just not thinking. He's 12 years old. So
that's unfortunate. That's
a
different situation than the most people though.
Yeah. So, I guess it depends on the level of maturity of your child, what you are able to do. And I'm not going to write the story. If they're walking home, then I'm thinking that's their routine. They just walk home. Right. So
somebody say I'm victim blame. I didn't blame the mother and say it's her fault. I just said that, at the same time, she's blaming them for what her child did, and we don't know what she did, to tell him or discourage him for doing it. Sometimes people are too quick to point the finger, but you forget you got 3 more pointing back at you. Just like when my son going somewhere to his girlfriend when he first went, I went with him so that I can meet the people and I can see where the hell he going. That's my son. That's my only child. Like, I want to know what's going on. Now, he's been back and forth plenty of times and I don't go. But now I know, what's going on. So I feel more secure in that. But that first time, if my child is going to known drug dealers and stuff, I mean, that's not something that you take lightly. Because they could be somebody could be coming to shoot them and astray, or something can happen to them, Just like when I was coming up, we didn't hang with our friends that was in the trap house because you could get raided in the trap house. I ain't trapping, but I'm sitting there playing games and smoking weed. Yeah, now I'm going to go to jail because I'm in there. So, like, you got to know what you're doing and take responsibility sometimes for that, But, some people are so quick to blame everybody else and don't take responsibility for their own actions. I'm just saying, she was sitting there trying to chastise that little girl as if it's that little girl's fault. That boy was chasing after her, and Terry told her to get out and leave and don't come back. He came back. That was his clue. Remember when they was on the couch kissing and Terry came in an episode or 2 before and told him to leave, don't come back? So he came back. So I'm just saying, that was the only girl that liked him. I mean, I know people like who they like, this, that, and the other, but come on, man. I'm not going to die or put myself in harm for that. Like, just like when I was growing up, there was some girls I liked, but they lived on the west side. I never went to visit them.
Well, we're going to end that right there. This is the last thing we're going to cover tonight. You get to jump in here, Moochie.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Beach is getting chased by Detective Lopez, of which who said he was going to die first? Of course I did. I always tell y'all when people going to die. And who comes and saves Meech from the hand of justice? Kato. Right hook, Barry Bonds style across the back of his noggin. Moochie, take that away. Thoughts on this? Is this going to be something Kato can hold over Meech's head? Was she showing loyalty to Meech? What was going on right here?
I mean, when push comes to shove, and once he tells her, well, the cousin tells Meech about Lamar coming there, he might be able to hold it over her head. But I right with this right now, I don't know. Cause she's the one that got the body. She killed the cop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Meech is not a snitch, so he ain't gonna say nothing. He definitely not
I
gonna say
don't think
nothing.
he's gonna snitch.
Nah, he's not gonna do that. Mm-mm. Jay, what'd you think about Kato saving Meech from the hands of Detective Lopez? Because Detective Lopez had a hard on for Meech. He really wanted him some Meech. And when he rolled Meech over, it's like Meech.
Right.
It looked like
Yeah.
his meat started going toward Meech.
Right. I mean, she did a good thing as far as her rep and helping Meech, but at the same time, we don't know if Meech has some work on him. So if Meech didn't have nothing on him, what he gonna arrest him for standing out on the corner in their neighborhood? Like Coach Copy was saying, man, what you doing? Why you chasing? Like you can't they can't walk down the street now? You know what I mean? So what? Because they ran from you? They could have said it's raining in the dark and somebody chased us. I didn't know who it was.
Well, if he was looking for Lamar, he might have had the hammer on him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what he had on him or not. So if he had something on him, then he could have actually got Meech for something. But we don't know if what she did was a big overreaction or did she really save him. You know what I mean? Because if he would have pulled Meech over and tried to take him in and Meech ain't have the hammer or that work, then she killed this dude for what? Now, of course, she didn't intentionally try to kill him when she hit him with the, you know what I'm saying, rusty trombone, you know what I mean, in the back of the head. Hit him with the 57 Chevy tailpipe up in here, you know what I mean? But I mean, Meech, if I was Meech in that moment, I'd be like, damn, she all right, man. You know what I mean? She all right. She got my back, this, that, and the other, man. You know, she cool. I'm gonna stop calling her a foot soldier all the damn time. Right. But then you see all the heat and stuff, you know. Plus, he probably didn't realize dude was gonna die right then. But hitting somebody in the back of the head is the worst place to hit somebody. You know, that's why it's not even allowed in boxing and in MMA.
You got that right. You can't be doing that, man.
Forget that's where your vision and everything is located in your brain. You can't hit nobody in the back of the head, boy.
And with something still like that,
and completely defenseless and unaware.
Yeah. Oh Lord. So jump on in there, Miss Nita, and you finish it off before we get out of here. She didn't just hit him; she nailed him. I mean,
right. And they made sure to put that clank. I mean, like, did you hear the sound effect? I was like, oh God.
He might not went black.
But you know what? I fought him. I'm so sorry, Mr. Nice Guy Cop
Lopez, Captain Lopez.
You went out there and you just made a bad decision, man.
You saw how he hopped out the car because
Coach like he was Superman. Like, what the hell was he about to do? That's what I want to know. Like, he thought he was the like Batman. He was the Dark Knight. Like, he was jumping out that joint. I was like, what in the world? Like, what was he smoking? I'm like, why did he jump out there like that? I had no idea. And then your partner ain't got you as backup. Like, I mean, well, you got an inkling in your mind. Like, it got to be something in the back of your mind saying that your partner may not hold you down the way,
got that right.
So, yeah, Kato, oh, my God, girl, you couldn't hit him in the back or nothing. Like, I was like, oh, no. Now, she a damn cop killer, girl.
Yeah, but like they said, this is not her first body. Remember, Lamar took, he told the story about the body he caught, and Kato's something else, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got 250 in the building. Can we get 250 likes? If you've never seen these wonderful people on screen with me, they all have channels. Links is in description. Last note before we get out of here, be sure to come here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I will be interviewing Aceto from Hightown, and someone from this very channel might be popping in to ask a question. And then I'm also going to be getting this gentleman up here at some point in time as well. Hightown
Well, you
coming
know,
through.
listen, I gotta give you a warning. You
What's the
can't
warning?
call them save a hole.
Look, let me tell you something. My wife know good and well Cito watch these reviews now. And you should have heard some of the jokes she had talking about he a little too big to be getting on that top bunk. I was like, girl, I gotta interview this dude tomorrow. She was like, he know. I said, okay, we'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. J-Mo, you gonna continue the conversation on your channel?
Yes, sir. We about to keep it going. Got a couple new little topics to talk about. And I am going to talk about Dexter a little bit. I don't know if you checked it out, Moochie, Anita,
I
Dexter.
didn't see tonight. I didn't see this week's episode yet.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
But I watched the first one.
Yeah. So that new Dexter on Showtime is pretty good.
Check it out.
Talk about that a little bit, and got a couple little things we talk about on BMF some more. So definitely come on through. Yep, hit it up. J-Mo Reviews right there. Make sure y'all come through. I see a lot of people that be over there up in here and same. So I appreciate everybody coming through, and looking forward to seeing y'all over there. We chop it up some more.
Yep.
All right.
That's going to do it, my people. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Go check them out if they're going to keep the after party going till that next Sex is Hell video, which will be tomorrow. I'll see you.
Deuces.
Peace.
Later.